Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here today from my phenomenal figures. It has been a while since I have done a video, but today well actually yesterday I started the process for this video, but today I'm finally getting to recording it. So yesterday I was like, you know what, I'm in the mood to make a YouTube video. I have some time, so let me go ahead and let me make a YouTube video. And I was like, you know what, I'll make an action figure setup. These are normally really fun to make, so I thought, you know what, I'll go ahead and make these. I just kind of want to make another one now because I keep wanting to add to it, but I don't really have much space. I think if I'm going to do another one, I might do like a theme. Like maybe I'll do like just legend wrestling figures because I popped in a few legend wrestling figures in it. There's like two setups, kind of three, that look pretty cool that I like, that I'm into. So, sorry, I'm going to sneeze. But yeah, we got a setup for you guys today. Like my last video I think I did was Backlash predictions. I never bothered reviewing it. It was a good show. But I'll do Saturday night's main event predictions probably. I'll probably just go ahead, predict that, and some other content coming. So yeah. I've just kind of been busy, I guess. I've just kind of been busy. I went to Tame Impala last Wednesday. It was the best probably like the best concert I've ever been to. That and the Kid Laroi. They're like my top two. Absolutely incredible show. And then it was a family member's birthday the week before. So I've just been a little bit busy with stuff. And I don't always get time to make content, to make some videos. So yeah, I've just kind of been busy. But life's been good. I've been happy. I've been loving life. So yeah. But anyways, I'm just going to get into it. Long ass intro. But I've kind of been focused on TikTok the most, to be honest. I've kind of started to upload a lot more on TikTok. I try to do daily TikToks as much as I can. Go check out the TikToks over there. Actually, a few of them are getting really good views. So go check out the TikToks. Follow the TikTok page and follow my Instagram. Both of them are just called My Flop Figures. No different names or anything like that. I guess we'll do the ones on the outside of the ring and then we'll do the inside of the ring. So let's get into it. Okay, first off, we got Seth Rollins here set up. And he's curb stomping Montez Ford onto the steel step. This is a few that I've actually really been into, Seth Rollins and the Street Profits. The Street Profits aren't really too happy with Seth. Well, mainly Montez Ford. Angelo Dawkins is, help Seth, but you get my point. Like last night on Raw, basically Montez Ford said, you know what, I don't want to help him. I'm not on good terms with him, but you can help him if you want to. Angelo Dawkins. Dawkins ends up helping him, but then Dawkins getting beat up by the Vision. Montez Ford has to come out at the end anyway. So, I like the storyline. I'm into it. I really want to see Seth Rollins versus Montez Ford in a 1v1 match. I think it would be an absolute banger, and I think that they have something. These two have really good chemistry. I think this is actually kind of been, these two have more chemistry than Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker in a storyline. Like, these two work good together, so I think that they should definitely go into a feud. Put these into a program, put these into a feud. Seth and Montez Ford, I'd love to see it, just a singles match. If Montez Ford even gets the tag titles, he can still do it. If he doesn't, it's just a match that I would really like to see the WWE do. I think it's a good match. Or I think it's been a good feud. So a match I really want to see. Next up, we got the Usos. Midair 1D to Solo Sikoa, the suited Solo Sikoa, the weekend Solo Sikoa. I really like that figure. Cool figure. All right, there, that one is the 1D from the Usos to Solo Sikoa. Moving on, we got the Braun Breaker doing a spear. Seth Rollins into the ambulance. Rematch is gonna happen. I'd say probably Clash in Italy, to be honest. I don't think it's gonna be at Saturday night's main event this weekend. Alright, moving on. That one's pretty cool. We got Solo Sikoa. He's about to do a Samoan spike to R-Truth, who's on the stretcher. I just thought I'd add this one in because they're kind of, what do you call them? But Truth are kind of in a feud with the MFTs. I know I have the big dude. There's no figure of him, Talatonga, so I just had to use Solo and Tama. But there's that one. Looks pretty cool. Not too bad. Then we got Tama Tonga over here taking out DP, Damian Priest, with that elbow he does. I think it's a pretty cool move. So I set it up here. Looks pretty cool. Not too bad. Nice little angle on that. Oh, there we go. There's those. Moving on, we got Baron Corbin. I actually read a report that he could be returning. I'd love to see Baron Corbin return. I just thought I'd throw it in here, talk about it, put it in the setup. Love to see Baron Corbin return. I think that'd be sick to see him back in the WWE. I thought he got misused when he was last year. I thought he did cool things. I thought he always was cool with his gimmicks. Had some creative gimmicks. The Happy Corbin, the Press Corbin, King Corbin, the Corporate Corbin. You know, he was pretty good with his with changing and evolving. He was good on the mic. He was a good wrestler. End of Days was such a good finisher. I think that's like a great wrestling finisher. They protected the hell out of that move as well. So, but anyways, I just had him. He just took out Penta and he's holding up the IC title. That's basically it. I just love to see him return, so I'll put that in there. Not the greatest thing, but we just put it in there. Next up, we got young Randy Orton doing an RKO to Jeff Hardy off the ambulance onto a table. I think that looks sick. I gotta wipe the blood off that table. It's fake blood, by the way. Don't worry about that. Fake blood that I use for wrestling figures. But yeah, he's doing an RKO onto the table. I think that looks sick. Right there. Nobody's touching the table as well. They're about to like land on the table, but the RKO from the ambulance onto the table. There's a look at that. Pretty cool. Or is this, they call this the Slambulance? I was like, what it's called, but we'll just call it ambulance. So we got LA Knight doing a BFT to CM Punk. Just a feud. I think that'd be cool. They never really did, but almost knocked out the skull, but pretty cool. But anyways, we got LA Knight hitting a BFT on CM Punk. And then we got Bret the Hitman Hart right here on top of the ambulance hitting a sharpshooter on Shawn Michaels. Pretty cool. There we go. There's the setups on the outside of the ring. I think we got one more. It's getting a little bit dark. I hope it doesn't rain. But anyways, Finn Balor, he's doing a coup de grace to Dominic Mysterio, and he's kind of like stomping him into the barricade, I guess. There's the barricade. Or no, what's they call it? The barricade, right? He's dumping him into the barricade. Let's get to the inside of the ring. We got these amount of setups to get through, so let's get into it. So, gotta speak about this. Brock Lesnar returned last night. We all thought he was retired, but he came. Stop focusing. Came back last night. Alba Femi was. So Brock Lesnar came back, attacked him during his open challenge. I couldn't believe this. This just got me. This shocked me. I didn't expect Brock Lesnar. There was no reports about this, and it was a random episode or all. But anyways, apparently he's not retired. So they said that this match is going to be taking place at Clash in Italy. Paul Heyman said something about a contract. Here's the thing, right? I think it'd be cool if it happens in Clash in Italy and Brock Lesnar wins, and then Alba Femi gets a rematch at SummerSlam, and then Alba wins, and then retires Brock. But I hope that they don't mess this up, because I did think that Brock's retirement at WrestleMania was pretty good. It was unexpected. It was a decent enough match. He lost Alba Femi. He was crying as well. So I didn't think he was coming back really, not unless he was coming back for Saudi. You know, I mean, wrestlers can always come back. You know, depending on the situation. But I don't know. They say retired, but sometimes they're not even. Look at the Undertaker. That guy wrestled. Said he was wrestled. Till he was pretty much done, so yeah, but I hope they don't ruin this and give him like Gunther or something at SummerSlam, and he faces Alba Clash in Italy. But I don't really know why they just end it with Brock winning a Clash in Italy and then they move on to Gunther at SummerSlam. Could be possible. That could be what they're doing, but I hope they just do 2 more matches with Alba Femi and Alba retires him. But we'll have to wait and see. It was a good return, and hopefully they don't ruin it. Alright, next up, Kit Wilson is calling out The Miz. He's calling him toxic. He's turning on him. He's had enough of Miz just using him. He has learned The Miz's ways, master, inspire, and zone in. And he's done with The Miz because Elton Prince is back. And Elton Prince is hitting The Miz with an elbow to the back of the head. And The Miz doesn't even see it. He's distracted with Kit. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Hold on. I can't really. Brock Lesnar's kind of in the way, but there we go. But yeah, not a bad, pretty cool setup. There it is. Alright, moving on. I'll stand up for the rest for some of these. So Gunther has Cody Rhodes in a sleeper hold and like a choke hold. He's standing up, and then Randy Orton comes in and RKO's Gunther. Got a hard one to do. It isn't. Oh wait, this isn't balancing anything. I thought I must have fixed it that many times to where I got it perfect. Anyways, Gunther's kind of balancing on the ropes, but Randy Orton is literally not balancing off anybody. Cody Rhodes' hand is there for him to hold him up, but he's holding up anyways. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty cool setup. There's that one. Moving on, we got Chad Gable doing a suplex to Ludwig Kaiser. Just the ongoing storyline versus the El Grandes. I don't have El Grande figures, but I just thought I'd use Ludwig and Chad without their masks because it looked cool. Kind of want these gimmicks to die, to be honest. I really want Chad to just go back to being Chad Gable. But I have a feeling Chad's going to lose, but Ludwig will continue his, unfortunately. And we'll have to put up with this on Raw. It's very annoying. I'm not really into it, to be honest. Next up, we got Angelo Dawkins. He's doing a powerbomb to Austin Theory into the ladder. Pretty cool. He's screaming. I like these figures. They're pretty cool. Street Profits just returned. I'm talking about the Street Profit figures. AJ Styles laid out on the table. Pretty cool figure. And then we got Shane McMahon. I thought I'd put him in it. I don't think I've ever used this figure before in an action figure setup, but he's about to do a... What's the movie he does? This is like an elbow drop to AJ Styles through the table. There's that one. Then we got Montez Ford, who's about to jump on Logan Paul midair. He's kind of, he's just hooked on by the ladder, but you get my point. It's pretty cool. I don't have strings or anything, so there's that one. Sami Zayn, Samantha Zayn. Gingerbread Man is taking out Trick Williams, turning heel with the United States title. He's bashing with the United States title. I mean, they probably should just turn Sami heel by now. It's kind of taking too long. And then we got a dream match that we never got. Goldberg and Bronathan Breakker. Goldberg's doing a jackhammer to him. That Screaming Heads gun's pretty cool. He's doing a jackhammer. He's got him up in the air. That one's pretty cool. Randy Orton. He has Cody Rhodes in the barbed wire and he's choking him out. Cody Rhodes is all bloody. Looks pretty sick in my opinion. Look at that. There's a zoom shot on that. There's the barbed wire on his neck. Then he is holding some barbed wire in his hand. And yeah, just an extreme match. They don't really use the barbed wire in WWE too much, but I think it looks pretty cool. Then we got Jacob Fatu hitting the tongue and death grip on Roman Reigns. They've just been using the slot on TV, so I thought I'd include it in the setup. A little custom Roman there with some tracksuit bottoms and chain necklace. It's like a cross necklace. I was actually using... Great, a bunch fell. I kind of already did record a YouTube short on a decent amount of these, so it is what it is, and I wasn't really going to use any of them. This is a thumbnail shot. I guess maybe I could use the Brock Lesnar one. I'm not sure what I'm going to use as a thumbnail. Might just be the Roman Reigns and Fatu one. But anyways, yeah, we got Jacob Fatu doing the tongue and death grip to... Hold on. To Roman Reigns. That was the video. That was everything. As you can see, literally... my finger, a few just fell over. I guess it's kind of perfect time when we got everything. Yeah, we got everything done in the video. I mean, maybe I could have Shane McMahon jump on AJ Styles, but I don't really want to knock the Roman one. But let me just decide in the thumbnail and we might do it. All right, here we go. Boom, he landed it. Okay, it wasn't too bad. We got it on camera. It didn't knock anything. Thank you a lot for watching. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe. A lot of you watching are not subscribed, so please subscribe. Trying to get to 3K by the end of the year. My Fun Figures out.